And we are live. Yeah.
We are here to rock.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, y'all?
Yes, here to drink coffee and talk about stuff.
Yeah, that's what we do.
That's how we roll.
What are we drinking today, sir?
All right, combo platter. Combo platter, cold brew. But what was like sort of left of my Four Hands Roastery stuff. So there's a little bit of Sumatran,
Okay.
a little bit of signature blend, a little bit of honey process.
So that,
Four
yeah.
Hands.
So like a little infinity jar, kind of.
Pretty much.
There's like I was doing that with my beans. Like I would save like the last tail end of beans and I'd put them in a thing. It was like an infinity jar thing or whatever.
Ooh.
It's like I've learned that concept from bourbon people. Like they get the decanters, like I was talking about. They like put the end of their bottle in the decanter and like just like kind of fills and like changes throughout because it like blends all sorts of different shit.
Ooh.
So like it's a cool concept. Apply
really
it to coffee.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. I like the infinity jar idea. It's cool. But yeah, that's basically how I've been doing cold press a lot lately. As I just kind of, I'll either mix and match, or I'll just take what's left of like little sample packs.
Yeah.
And just mix and match that way. So it ends up being something different every time.
Just shows you how much versatility there is with coffee.
Oh,
I mean,
certainly.
on a roaster perspective, like they like do crazy weird little small batch roasts and then like kind of give them out as like a small thing, not necessarily selling them, but like then you're putting them into an even bigger pot of something else, you know, like of ultimate possibility.
Ooh.
It smells nice. It smells nice and light.
This is nice.
Very light, beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Not that dry mouthfeel that you get.
good.
Sometimes with like certain iced coffees, like iced espresso and stuff, I'll get a very quick dry mouth.
Yeah, I think they filter it, man. I think that's why you get the dry mouth. This is not filtered. So I did a little different this time. I just put it in a pitcher, like, you know, like a plastic iced tea pitcher or whatever. I just put the beans in there and put the water in there and put that in the fridge. And then I put my little strainer over top of this guy and poured it over that to get the beans out. And I like it. I think it worked out really well. I mean, you can make more.
Yeah.
And it worked out nice.
Yep.
I'm very happy.
Looks good, smells good, tastes good. And these are all the Four Hands blends?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, that's a nice little sipper.
That's okay. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah. Banana, looking solid, more flowerage.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, the other flower opened up.
Yep.
And then a big giant leaf opened up over top of the first flower.
Yeah,
so I might have to cut that leaf. But it was funny. I watched it happen just sort of slowly. And boom, yesterday afternoon sometime, it popped open on it.
That's awesome.
I might have to chop it off.
That's sweet. But I saw them yesterday, but Brandon dropped off the cheesecakes.
Ooh.
Got 3 cheesecakes from Slice, and they all look phenomenal.
Dang, 3. That's amazing.
They're hand-delivered in these nice little packages, you know, ready to go. So shout out to Brandon. Shout out to Slice. Go get yourself some cheesecake.
Yeah, Slice.
Tremendous. I'm so excited. It's my niece's birthday. It was her birthday yesterday, but we're celebrating Saturday. So I'm bringing the cakes.
You are going to be the hit of the party, man.
Yep. Got a cookie, horchata, and Nutella. It's like limited edition.
Dude, the horchata.
Yeah.
Dude. That's cool.
The only place I've had like good horchata was this little Mexican place across the street from Amy's Donuts on Georgesville.
Ooh,
the joint with the bullet holes in the window.
Yeah.
Love that place. Great horchata. And what's the it's not rose water, but the red water, that's hibiscus.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called.
But that's super good too. They have coconut water there. It's so good. Love that place. Shout out to Super Torta. The place is so good.
Oh, very cool, man.
I love that place. They have Tres Leches cake,
nice.
which the lady who owns it makes, and she charges like $300 a cake because it's that good.
Dang.
And people pay it without even questioning it.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah. So shout out to La Super Torta. Go there.
Also, shout out to your clothing selection.
Yeah. All right. So,
Mike got man capris now.
I wear the man capris. You know, I have so many pairs of sweatpants. Just pull them up. Good to go.
Yeah, you're fine.
But my mother picked us up a Gargoyles bro tank, and it is phenomenal.
That is amazing.
If anyone knows my fanaticism with Gargoyles.
Yeah. There it is.
Tremendous. I believe you can watch it on YouTube. That's where I've watched it recently. I don't know if
I
it's
think
still
it's
available.
on Disney Plus.
Is it? Okay, cool. So yeah, this is Disney because
Yeah.
um,
Whatever.
I didn't know who owned it at first. I didn't know who did it. So
eventually Disney owns everything. Right?
yeah, right. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
The mouse wants everything.
Mouse has it all.
But yeah, it's been a tremendous week, man. Got a lot of good training in. Just everything's pretty good.
Nice.
You know, very smooth.
All right.
Very positive.
Good deal.
How's your week?
I'm doing all right, man. Haven't been sleeping well. I can't string two nights of good sleep together right now.
No shit, huh? I've been sleeping like a rock. It's weird.
I don't know what happened, man.
I gave you my insomnia.
Normally I don't wake up and stuff, but yeah, this week it's been rough. Last night I was sleeping great, and then all of a sudden, like I woke up middle of the night. And I'm like, why the hell am I awake? Shit. And then I could like feel everything. I think I was like overly sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the hell?
Ah, dude, yeah.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it's very weird to wake up. It is feel like a vulnerable feeling. You're kind of like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, it was very strange.
Yeah.
And but now I'm good. I went back to sleep. I'm good.
It's good. Yeah, I haven't had any all-nighters recently. That's good.
That's real good, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I like usually like sometimes I'll get too hot and that's what'll spark me up. And
I think
like,
that's one of the things that did me.
Yeah.
I didn't turn my ceiling fan on.
Yeah.
And
dude, gotta have the
I regretted
coolness.
it. Yeah.
I'm the motherfucker that'll sit there with the windows open in December to sleep. Like Brooke hates it. Like,
I would if I could, man.
I got her weighted blankets, heaters. I'm like, I can't. Like when it's this time of year, I got to do it. Like, I love it. Like I sleep so well. She suffers through the internal indoor winters for me. So appreciate it. Yep.
Boy.
I mean, now even like she'll have a blanket on in the house. I'm like, how? Like, it's not that hot.
I'm weird like that too. If I'm laying down, I got to cover up, no matter what the temperature.
Yeah.
I don't like to be without covers. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's the monsters, obviously. I mean
sure. God, gotta be
fucking.
Yeah, no matter how hot it is, like I'll put a blanket on. And just have a blanket on me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. Not that I'm cold. Just I like to have a blanket on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
Her mom actually got me this cooling blanket. Like it's specifically like a cooling, like very thin and it works really well. And it actually got me too cold at one point because like I had the fan blowing on me and that and like it cool. I was like almost frigid, so I had to
all the heat out of my
get
body.
the actual comforter on me.
Nice.
But yeah, man. You training this week?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't do any jiu-jitsu yet. Still haven't found a way to integrate that back into my life.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter went back to jiu-jitsu. She had a ball.
Good.
It was fun. And they're downstairs. They redid the downstairs.
Sweet.
So it's nice. It's much cooler down there.
Nice.
So it kind of took a barrier away. I wish like one summer they had a daytime kids class.
I remember you doing that.
God, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Like we'd go to that every day, and then I'd train after, and it was great, right? And then they don't have it. They don't have it right now. And like that's a big barrier to going to class. Like it's gonna be hot. I don't know. Right. It's hot in there, man.
It is.
But then like they redid the downstairs, so
much cooler.
Now it's like you can we found the line of where you go for when you start to go down the ramp. There's literally like it's like walking through a curtain.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden you're like,
that's the barrier,
and you feel it like instantly with each like foot. It's the temperature drops a degree. It's nuts.
That's funny. Yeah, that is a barrier, like heat. Like this week, like we've been alternating gi and no gi weeks, so nice. That way I get to spend more time teaching that specific thing. It's sort of selfish in a way, but it gets everyone doing the thing
selfishly
longer.
Expanding your education.
Yeah. But spending more time then I get to look at gi and no gi, but then like flip to gi week, it's hot as fuck. Nobody shows up. It's like they're gonna find a way not to do gi.
Lame.
Like God,
you all a week.
Yeah,
that's funny.
It's fine. But yeah, like we have sort of the opposite. You go upstairs, obviously it's hot as fuck. you know the loft. So
yeah.
You want to cut some weight, go on the ML.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. I love that though.
Oh yeah.
I love the train in the oppressive heat.
I like it. That sort of discomfort. Like I feel like almost cheated. Like if I go to like a gym and it's air conditioned or something. Like
I hate it, dude.
I feel like you're taking something away from me a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I've trained in one air conditioned gym in my life, and I hated every second of it. It was just cold in there all the time.
Yeah.
Like it was just wrong.
Well, funny. Like Mjolnir was cold because it was in the side of a mountain and it was Iceland and it's in a cave. So
That's
like
awesome.
just naturally chilly.
That's super cool.
So that's a different story because like that's some natural shit. Dope.
Yeah.
Some AC is just kind of some cheating bullshit.
Yeah.
You know? I like, especially going into the heat and then coming back into AC and appreciating it that way. And be like, damn, that's nice. Go to Target, they got the nicest AC.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like I'm cool with that, but like I don't like to train in it.
No.
I can't do it. I'd rather just let it be hot. Open up the garage door that's attached to all gyms.
Yes, exactly.
It'd be
It's
fine.
like you don't got a garage door. I don't know if you're in a gym.
They're not a real gym, man. Like just do that.
Yeah. This week, there was virtually no cloud. Like there was zero rain. Well, no, it rained for a little bit.
It rained just a touch.
Just a touch. Like,
yeah.
And like one afternoon, I like looked outside as I was rolling. I was like, what the fuck? And then it stopped.
Yeah.
So,
just enough to like evaporate into the air and get thick, you know.
yeah.
But it's been a hot week, man. It's been kind of nuts.
It's nice today, though.
Yeah, it's real nice. Yeah, we got the spot.
The humidity kind of
Maybe
tapered
just
down
drop
a
off
little.
bit, yeah.
Yeah.
What we getting into today, boy?
Oh man, I don't know what you got this week. What are you thinking?
I don't know. I've been
been
watching a yellow jacket crawling in my chair.
You're like, God damn.
Yo, that. Oh.
But I started rereading Call of the Wild.
Ooh.
Like, Jack London was like my favorite author when I was a kid. Like when I was young. And like my teacher said I was like super weird. Like, cause I like started getting into that like very early. I like started like writing about it early and shit, like in like assignments and stuff. They're like, what the fuck?
Time.
Yeah. I don't know, I guess, but that's what I was interested in. But like that and like,
I like White Fang personally.
So like that was like the first person that I got like into outside of their work. Like I read about him. Like
Jack London's a cool dude, man.
He's super cool and
yeah.
Morphine addict, you know.
I mean,
the best writers are, you know.
Everyone's addicted to something, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's addicted to something.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just writes a lot about like just the primitive aspect and like kind of returning to nature and you know, a lot
That's an interesting concept because at least Jack London did it from personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
Article I've read recently, it was really funny. Well, not funny, it was interesting. It was basically like the real life version of Lord of the Flies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I hate Lord of the Flies.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that book. I hate that movie. Like I can't watch it.
Yeah.
Like, I've watched it once. I've never read the book. I think I started to, and I was like, "Fuck this."
Nah.
I never liked it, like at all. It just makes me sick.
Yeah, we read it, and I just didn't enjoy it because they were forcing me to read it. But you know.
Yeah, like it's not cool. And then, you know, I was thinking about it, and what I don't like about it is, it implies that like why does everyone get evil? I think that's just stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just not that kind of person.
Yeah,
and I don't get why people would do that shit. But then, like, why is being tribal supposed to be primitive?
Yeah.
Never understood that either. Like, that's some sort of regression. That's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so like, I hated that. Well, then I read this article about these kids. It was down in Australia, and they were on this boat and hit a storm and got marooned on a fucking island for a year.
Shit happened.
it was like 7. I think there was like 6 or 7 of them. And like one of them broke his leg, and they set the bone and set him up, and then they just made fun of him because you get to live like a king for the next 6 or 8 weeks while we're doing all the work, and they just laugh about it. And they said like when they finally got found, like they had a whole little city built.
Mm-hmm.
And they were growing food, and they were just happy.
Yeah.
And they were just having a ball, man. Just like but they were working and they were doing stuff, and the kid's leg had healed perfectly, and everyone was just great friends and just, you know,
making the best of a shitty situation.
Yeah.
Turning it into a.
They didn't like turn on each other and eat each other. Or
right.
It wasn't that. And I never really thought about it. And it talked a lot about Lord of the Flies, of how that was just a bunch of made up shit.
Right.
Like that's just one fucked up guy's book.
Yeah, exactly.
Perception. And how it became this weird thing about, this example of the evil of humanity. I'm like, it's a made up story.
Right.
It's not real. It's not an example of anything.
There is no example to pull from.
And so like I was like, finally I found a real example.
And it proved to be way better.
And it was way better. It was so super positive. Everyone happy.
Great. I mean, yeah, but then you play that situation out 10 times with 10 different people every time or something. Yeah, if you're gonna mix in some asshole and it'll turn into something weird, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
You never know.
But maybe that's just for the sake of plot.
Sure.
Like, that's a boring television show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, maybe you can put some cool music on that.
It's more like a 10-minute YouTube video than like
But,
like a show or something.
It's hard,
Just
it's
a
hard
clip.
to make a good drama out of happiness.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe people just want to read about that type of conflict or something. Or
Conflict?
simply embracing that, like the shadow side and that aspect.
I mean, isn't
indulging
that like,
in it.
That's what I tell my daughter all the time is we keep our drama on television.
Yeah, like
we read exciting books and we watch like dramatic television.
You can indulge in it that way and then step away.
Yeah, so you don't have to live
exist in it. Yeah,
yeah.
Some people exist in it.
Yeah, you don't want to exist in it. That's no fun. But to get a taste of it, have a sort of mirrored experience, and then move on with your happiness. You got through all that. You want some more?
Oh, I'm so good right now. Right. If I get too much ahead of me, I'll start shaking and shit and sweating. So I keep it in my acceptable caffeine limit, you know.
I got you.
The cold brew gets out of hand because I just slam it, you know.
Yes. Yeah,
and that's why I drink my shit super hot because like it makes me sip it.
Yeah, it makes you sip it if it's not hot. And if it's hot, yeah.
Slam it otherwise. Because like Brooke and I'll get like nitros or whatever, and I'm like 3 sips. I'm like, dude, I can't.
I gotta make some nitro. I might use what's left.
Oh yeah, you have the fucking Tiger Keg.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how to do really well yet though. It's not awesome yet. I gotta practice.
White belt, you know.
Well, but I'm getting better.
A couple stripes.
Yep. But nitro, dude.
Yeah, like Starbucks nitro I think is great. Like I give Starbucks some shit sometimes, but their nitro's good. But then like Crimson Cup, the cacao nib, dude, like that shit's so good.
Yeah, that's the best. That's where I discovered the nitro. Yeah,
shit's good.
They're amazing.
But yeah, like living in drama and living in action and living in that, like
it's tiring.
It's tiring, yeah. Very, well, sponging.
The other thing that all right, so I guess we found a topic for today. The other thing that sparked my memory of that was Kingdom's on Netflix now.
Oh yeah.
And I just want to, if you have Netflix, watch season 3 at your own peril. You've seen the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And
the third is on Netflix.
Oh yeah, they're all on. But I'm just saying, because season 2 ends and it's pretty wide open, and you can sort of make that what you want in your head.
It's kind of fuzzy now.
Okay. You might want to start
I'll have to rewatch it, yeah.
But I'm just gonna warn you.
That was a good show. Frank Grillo, Beast Mode,
freaking Nick Jonas. Out of nowhere.
The guy who plays who's his brother?
Yeah, I haven't thought about it in a while.
I can't think of his name. Mickey? Is that his name?
What?
Mickey? Is that his name? His brother?
Jonathan Tucker's his real name.
Yeah. I can't think of his character's name.
Yeah, Jay
Kalina. Mickey. Yes. The fuck.
Jay. And then who's the other dude that went to jail that's got the destroyer on his chest? He was on Friday Night Lights, and I didn't recognize him from Friday Night Lights.
I didn't watch that.
I love that show. The show, I never watched. The movie sucks, but
I like the movie.
I don't like the movie.
It was old school.
The show is amazing. I didn't like the movie. It was just, I don't know, something about it was off for me. Okay, so I'm sorry. It doesn't suck. It's just not my
whatever.
But no, the show was phenomenal.
Like whatever I want.
But he's also amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody on that show. That's such an unbelievable show. But you talk about like keeping your drama on television.
Yeah.
Oh. Because that is a show both you will watch it and be like, oh my God, I don't ever want that to happen to me. And you also watch it and be like, that's totally a proper weight cutting day. I've done that. Or that's training. Yeah. I know what that feels like. Or you see someone gets to ship you out of in a fight. You're like,
that's pretty legit.
Yeah, that was legit.
Yeah.
The feelings, everything you went through. Yeah, that was on point. Yeah. And then something else happens. You're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, that's why like that show is kind of funny because it can zap you back to certain things.
Yeah,
like,
totally. Yeah.
Because again, about like not living in that dramatic aspect, like you still do it. So like that's why I'm like repellent of it.
Yeah.
But then you see it in a show or something, you read about it or read about some other gym's shit. You're like
in like a well depicted story that you can identify with, and a little bit you're like, oh, well, I'm not doing that shit anymore. And also you're like, it kind of brings you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that also like puts me into perspective when like I'm watching something else that I don't understand about some other culture, some other sport or whatever, and like this is like I watched a show about like figure skating and like
That's
the weird
intense
in-depth shit behind that. Yeah, it's super intense and like people fuck each other up and like insane shit can happen, like stuff you don't even think about. Like,
just falling down on ice, period.
well, like
It's
spinning
insane.
around, like you might cut them, like you might fucking sever an artery really
Leg
quick
flies
without
out.
even, yeah, like
Someone's dead.
just something really, you don't even think about it. Like,
They do have swords on their feet.
yeah, and they're swinging each other around and flying and shit on ice. So
yeah,
shit's bound to happen.
That's a wild sport.
But that talk about living in drama like that show. I forget what it's called. Oh, Spinning Out. It's insane. I mean, it addresses like mental health and all this stuff within sports and all. It's pretty intense, but like
cool.
A little darker too. Definitely darker. But
I like that. I like especially sport things that get a little bit dark because it's more real.
Oh yeah. No, it gets
like
pretty dark when, and especially like in the sport sense, like
because like especially high level, elite level sports you get your seriously dark moments.
Oh yeah. Well, it addresses like coaches being inappropriate and like
it gets nuts, man.
Like their mother is bipolar, etc. Like there's a lot of things being addressed. Like,
athletes are usually.
Let alone just the stress of being a high-level athlete.
Being the stress of a high-level athlete, that's never addressed. But also, they're never seen as people. It's just seen as the person playing the sport.
Yeah. That's
very rarely
the thing.
You get to see not just how they got there, but how they stay there.
The main girl in it is like very like pined over for her, like her skills and stuff. And like it's weird to see like people approach them because like there's not a ton of money in it, or like unless you're high level.
Yeah.
So you have to get like sponsors and stuff and like get and ask people for money and stuff like that. So like
that's the game.
To see people like go after her and like be sleazy and like business weirdness that way. It's very interesting.
Oh, wow.
Stuff you don't even think about. Like, and this person isn't even like professional. I don't know what the levels are in fucking figure skating, but like they weren't even to the Olympics yet. They weren't like at that level yet. They're getting there. They weren't
winning worlds or anything.
Yeah, so it's like the tip of the iceberg starts when they're like 15, and they have already had to be in it for a decade, like to even be on track to do that sort of thing.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a John Danaher hack for that. He makes people black belt world champions in 5 years.
Like that sort of thing. Like it makes me wonder.
Is the training off?
It makes me wonder in like all sorts of other sports, like what hacks there could be. Like football, for instance, like they have a lot of them have archaic strength and conditioning programs still. You know what I mean? Like viciously, like I'm surprised more people aren't in wheelchairs type shit sometimes. Like, so,
Rocco's back.
Rocco.
Yeah, Rocco.
Zooming. But just, kind of using like what hacks could be there,
hacks,
or what functionality could be there.
That's another thing I've been thinking about too is, not just the I don't know, the fantasy versus reality of culture and how fantasy can sometimes go way dark or way light, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But also the hacks. I've been doing a lot more Taekwondo training. Kind of reconnected with a bunch of different people and people that are like really good with computers, right? I'm doing online stuff. So Stephen Lambden's been doing things on Zoom. And like he's got it to the point where every couple of weeks he's having like, if you're like on the secret list, like I'm a platinum member or whatever, I don't know, if you're friends, and you get like this core group where he just goes over his stuff, and he's refined the shit out of his training methods. Now this traces back to Tim Thackeray, and Jason Hahn, and which are like my generation of people. And it's all stuff we started doing because of like bullshit archaic training methods that we had to go through that we were trying to refine so we didn't get hurt all the time.
Yeah.
And then all of us sort of went out and got educated in different ways. And
now you're putting it back together.
And now it's put back together, which I kind of had stepped away from a long time. So I'd put a bunch of it together, but then I just kind of stopped. I moved on to other things. And to see someone who kind of kept going. And it's all things I know, all things I can do, but it's all just, he put it into the context of Taekwondo, but then it's also morphed to the current rule set. And so there's just, that's
the evolution.
There's a so it's almost like learning a new thing. but it's not. Like I'm familiar enough with it, but there's certain little changes in footwork. There's certain little changes in methodology. But then he throws in, just like
you're spitballing with someone else who's been in it like that.
Yeah,
like,
and I mean he's an Olympian.
Yeah,
he's clearly he's been around long enough that he's medaled in every version of the sport since the 90s.
mm-hmm.
So he's seen all the changes
and being able to consistently be on top throughout the changes.
Yeah, so which is cool. And so it's been really fun to just sort of revisit that and sort of rebuild it in a more positive light. Of it's 100% under my control, but it's also I'll learn it from he's a goofy taekwondo teacher. Like he's very much Stephen Lambden is very like he's just funny, but he's just a nice guy, and it's nice to just kind of have that again. And then with all the training I'm doing with Dr. Han, oh my god, I gotta do that today. Oh, fuck. And then I'm doing all the jiu-jitsu and like I'm rebuilding things in a new way. So I'm getting to see like, sort of a new version of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like you said, you're not doing things that are necessarily that different, but you're actually being able to like reapply them and not like have like massive pressure of having to like make it work in competition like next week. Like you actually get to just like play with
there's
it.
No pressure on it. But then like I can take the pressure and see it in a different way.
Yeah.
Now it's like fun.
Yeah, like just being able to apply different lenses.
Mm-hmm.
That's been a huge thing for me.
Yeah. The new lens, and to take even if the negativity wasn't a fantasy, to be able to sort of get rid of it. So it doesn't have to be the fad.
Yeah. Well, again, like I was in my head. It's like remember when Iron Man like blows up the image on like that little thing, and he picks out the piece that he wants. It's sort of the same thing. Like you're picking out the piece that you want from the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You blow it up, you pluck it out, you apply it to something better and new, like, and you get rid of the bullshit.
Plug it back in, and
it makes something new and beautiful, for you. And that's the thing with grappling, and that's how I feel about grappling. Is like somebody somewhere has done this before. Yep. I haven't invented anything. I've discovered things for me. That's it. Like it develops truths for me, and things that I can consistently convey to people. So like to see you and hopefully. And have seen it applied and it works for them too. And like, that's how it starts to build. Yeah. And like, that's how you develop your own style.
Yeah. Just seeing the puzzle pieces for what they are and still being able to make your own picture out of someone else's picture is very nice to be less locked into that. The other thing I'm doing too is reading Michael Bisping's biography.
Oh yeah. You're telling me.
Oh my God. You have to read chapter 1.
Yeah. That dude's cool.
Dude, it's so... Just specifically to a conversation that we've had, there's a story in chapter 1 that I don't know. You may freak out and throw the book.
That's funny.
It's going to be hilarious. But it's funny. Don't worry. It's not like it's funny.
not a dark one.
No, it's actually a little bit dark.
But my sense of
just,
humor is a little dark.
Experience that he had. Yeah. That 100% applies to your mindset on something. It's really funny. But he's about my age. He's like a year older than me. But his experience with his teacher, air quotes,
right,
of the absolute loyalty that his teacher wanted and shit, which is going to, like, it's going to come back and bite him at some point real bad. He kind of implies this. But I'm like, why does everyone my age have the same fucking experience? What the hell is with this sensei guru shit? Like, the training's great. It made him who he is, but like, who is this fucking guy?
Yeah.
And why do we all have that fucking guy?
Right. Why is that so prevalent?
Like I want to like write a book about that. I want to start interviewing people.
Well, then it's not just grappling; it's martial arts, and it's past that. It's like collegiate sport. I mean,
but like martial arts in my generation of people my age, that seems it's such a common thread.
Yeah, it is. No, and that's the thing. I know a lot of like karate dudes and taekwondo dudes who like. That was it, and they stopped, and they have this very specific mindset that's very interesting. Like, and I don't know,
the master syndrome. Just nuts.
Like, what the fuck was that about?
Why does that exist? Yeah, like it's weird to read because like at least that part of it especially was. I'm like, damn, if 35ers were a thing back then, this could have been my life, which sucks because that'd have been cool. Yeah, a lot of it would have been cool, but like a lot of it wouldn't have been cool.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like,
a
lot of it's still.
My bitch ass would have tried to drop the flyweight. I know it. I know I would.
And die.
I'd be dead. Oh.
I mean,
Mm.
a lot of the negative stuff is, well, not necessarily on the back end either, but like the fighting, obviously, like you get beat up, get fucked up, you lost an eye, like, you know, there's going to be
nobody?
side effects. Yeah.
He just got his first knee injury right before the final of the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
He tore a ligament in his knee, and the doctor's like, "You'll be fine." And he's funny because he writes it in such a way that like, this is how I thought of it at the time, but it's coming back, right? And he's like, "You'll be fine," but in 20 years, he's like, "I didn't pay attention to that part. I just need to be okay by 9 o'clock on Friday."
Right.
and like, he's got a fake knee.
Oh yeah.
And he's probably gonna have, like, I don't know if the other one's gonna have to be replaced. He's been getting too much injections into it, but yeah, like he wrote that if you have followed his career, you know what's coming. And the cool thing about Michael Bisping is he laughs it off. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, "Yeah, I asked for this.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is life. Okay, cool.
This is what it is."
He doesn't complain about it one bit. But he it's really funny. Just kind of implied, like, I didn't pay attention to that part, and he's like, "Oh, it's gonna come back."
Yeah.
Whoa.
You can't escape it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it'd be interesting to read.
It's a good read, man. It's really funny. Yeah, like, he's very self-deprecating, especially about how much of a dumbass he was when he was young. Like, even just getting into the UFC just now, he's still like about pretty much how he was an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And he's really open about that, and like very much making fun of himself the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Which is really, it's very cool.
I mean, really, at the end of the day, like when you go through some weird, dark shit, I think that's all you can do. Like at a certain point, like,
yeah.
And when at his point, like, what's he gonna do?
What are you
Sit around
gonna
and
do?
bitch about it? Like,
yeah.
exactly. Like he said, he chose that path. That's what he's
Yeah.
doing now.
I mean,
he's a great commentator. He has a great life. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, he's doing okay.
Cut himself out the other way. So
yeah,
cool.
Medical science is keeping pace with him.
Yeah. You see that picture of TRT tour?
TRT tour
by his pool, looking thick.
Oh wow, man, to be that ripped.
And how old is he? He's
about my age.
I was gonna say he's
his early 40s,
like 41 or something, right?
Yeah.
And he's shredded.
And like, to see, TRT tour that knocked out Bisping's eye, and then off to Uncle Vitor, and now he's back to TRT Tour Supreme. Yeah, like, what, man?
Just everything is like always trying to just get him back to the one form when he just started and just muscled through everybody. Like, just destroyed people.
He wants to be that form again. I mean, hey, if that's how you want to live, but I don't know if you should be allowed to fight, bro.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know his blood work.
I mean, I don't know. Here's my thoughts on that. They just need to have the TRT League.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The TRT Heroes League. You go let Chuck and everyone fight in there.
Let everyone just dope up and go.
Yeah.
You know, like,
why can't it be like Japan back in like the early 90s when they were like, they were really like
private
like really chose to leave all the steroid clauses out of contracts. They're like, don't do steroids, but do steroids.
It's morally wrong, but very entertaining.
It's also like, we want monsters fighting each other.
Pride was monsters fighting each other all the time, man.
And that's the thing. They got like massive like pro wrestlers, like insane.
Pride was everything, dude.
Bob Sapp, like, you got these massive humans.
You can't recreate that time, man.
Dude, it was the fucking Wild West.
It was the Wild East. Oh.
That was when you still saw fighters videos coming out of like their bare knuckle fights. Like, they would go to other countries just to get underground fights.
Record. Yeah, like,
that was the shit.
Like, people had to specify, like, what part of the record was bare knuckles versus kickboxing versus MMA,
or unsanctioned karate. And
like,
I saw a sweet ass fight with, I can't even remember his opponent, but Chuck Liddell did a bare knuckle fight in Brazil. Oh, yeah. It was a sick fight.
Yeah, I know
about that fight. Sick. But that was fucking tight. And then, like, I've seen a few with like Wanderlei, obviously. Like,
I would love to see. I wish it would have been easy to take video back then of shoot fight.
Yeah,
shoot a box.
Yeah.
Like their gym.
Yeah.
all the gym wars that killed everyone in that gym.
Mauricio and
Like
Shogun.
And like with Shogun and Vanderlei and all that. Like those gym wars, the legendary gym wars.
Yeah.
They should bring out a series on that. If those were filmed.
That could be a podcast in itself. Just like getting those dudes together, just to be like, so what shit went down?
If you can understand them. They've all been hit in the head so many times.
Yeah, marble mouth and
yeah.
That's another thing. Like looking, I'll always be like super engrossed in grappling. Like I always will be.
It's your thing, man.
Yeah. I love striking though too, but then I also don't like the side effects of striking at all.
The older I get, the more sensitive I am to the side effects of striking.
Yeah, and I'm like, because in my head, I'm like, this is the time if you want to dip your head back into striking, do it. But I'm also like, don't.
This is the time. Go MMA. We'll get you there.
It's like you should or you shouldn't. But also like I like your brain. Like I like my brain.
Yeah.
I got my brain to a point where I like it. I kind of want to keep it there.
Yeah, my brain's feeling okay. I don't slur my words too much anymore. I can remember most things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's an MMA class during the kids' class right now. I've strongly considered trying.
Right.
I saw some people warming up for it and just kind of giggled. I'm like, I could jump right in there. Like, don't do it, dumbass. Come on, man. You can't get hit in the head anymore.
Yeah.
My fake eye might fly out. Like, that'd be bad.
Hanging on by a thread.
It could get a wrinkle in it. That would suck.
Yes, that would suck.
To laser that shit.
I got my eye flipped up the other day. Like, the eyelid flipped up and rolled
That's
over.
So
And,
nuts.
I had a gi run across it. Yeah.
You're like, you can't
it's terrible.
Yeah.
So then I had to roll the rest of the round with my eyes closed and watering. And just
I'm
like,
I'm fine. I can finish it.
Just kill me.
Yeah.
Eye shit sucks.
Yeah. No, man. I forget that, like, my eyeball was rebuilt.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful now. Everyone's so clear. But I have to remind myself.
Gotta be careful with shit.
Yeah, really. Hey, the toe's hurting bad today.
Is it
good?
A good hurt?
Oh, good. Yeah, it's like, oh man, it's cool. But the hip affecting the hip, like I felt the back the back of my hip cavity on my left side open up. You know, I'm sitting into it. I'm like, yes.
Nice.
Oh, my toe hurts so bad right now, but it's really working. I'm very happy.
And like with like the coming back to the negativity of, or just not living in it, like it's hard to recognize if you haven't lived it before. It's hard to recognize when you're in it.
But there is a time, and I definitely got to this point where I was in it and I could be separate from it.
Yeah.
But
you had
to live it for a while and realize it was bad.
I had to question if I was like separating myself from it or like dissociating from it. Like,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the difference there. Yeah.
If I was like consciously choosing to be like, no, this is this and this is that, and like boundaries, or if I was just like, nah, like fucking just tuned it out. Like,
I choose to tune it out, which is definitely both.
Yeah.
I think you start with dissociation, and then you learn boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you're in with the master syndrome, boundaries are tough. Like you have your master.
It's very weird.
You have to learn to, and usually something weird has to happen. Or not something weird, something bad, or just something you realize is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's just like a red flag moment, sort of.
Yeah, you have like that awakening moment, like, you're like, why in the hell am I doing this?
Yeah,
this is dumb.
Well, then, Then there's like events that just like kind of start to culminate, and then you look back on them and you're like, oh shit,
that just built.
It was all a red flag. What the fuck?
Damn.
Like,
But then there's all the positive stuff too that, you get around positive people and that builds too, and you have to like learn the difference, which is a weird thing because you think it's obvious.
It's strange to be like in an environment that brings the worst out of good people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you really get to like experience the worst side sometime of good people. In like a manufactured setting like that, like that wouldn't happen unless they were in this doing this at this time. Like,
true. Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Yeah, it is an interesting read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martial arts are weird.
Super weird, man. Super weird.
But on the flip side, I think about all the positive like people that have influenced me, and like even just the tiniest thing. That's more like that's the thing. It outweighs all the bullshit, all the positive stuff does.
Because you just can't get 100% positive.
Yeah,
Like it's just not
how it
gonna
works.
happen. That's not how it works. Yeah, and so you gotta like. My thing as a parent is I'm trying to figure out how to identify that early, and then like teach my kid to be able to exist in it.
Yeah,
And get the positive and like be free of the negative and not get wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for me, like it's really been rooted in gratitude. Like I've had to, and
even that backfires on you.
It does though. Like that's the thing. It's
That's
not
master
even
syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be grateful for me.
Right.
And
that's the thing. You have to find gratitude for like that isn't tied to a person or like tied to an experience like that. Like I found gratitude in again like the basic simplified things. Like you know, damn, posture felt good today. Like little things.
Truth though. Yeah, my posture feels great today.
Yeah.
But yeah, like to be able to frame your gratitude as a personal thing and not as expecting something from others or someone expecting something from you, or like despite this horrible experience, I got these 2 great things out of it. I'm so glad for it. No, just like there's a way to have it and not have it be a balanced thing or in spite of thing or
Right.
Yeah.
Because like I used to be so cynical and shit. Like any type of like people would be like, write down 3 things you're grateful about. And I'm like, yeah, fuck off. Like you know what I mean?
Forget that mess.
But then I just had to approach it my own way and kind of start to do it in a way that works for me, and that allowed me to get like creative with it, creative with gratitude. And I think
just start to mess with it.
Just again, like what are you personally grateful for? Like that fucking first sip of coffee, baby.
Heck yeah, dude.
Like I find like a profound enjoyment and stuff like that.
Oh, I love simple stuff like that, man.
Simple and finding gratitude in that. And just wholehearted, like I fucking love it. you know, that is my moment. Whatever. So
agreed. Yeah, I was showing my neighbors the banana tree last night, and it was a wonderful experience to share. No one's ever seen a banana flower.
Yeah,
no one knows what looking at.
What the fuck is this?
What the hell? And, like trying to explain it, and then like finding out that my one neighbor makes all kinds of great like Greek food. She's like, "Can I have some of these grape leaves? I make wrapped grape leaves." I'm like, "You make those from scratch?" Did you ever have them like at a restaurant, but never like from someone in the kitchen? Like, yeah, you can have all the grape leaves you want.
Yeah.
Like, she makes really good baklava too. Oh, it's good.
So like, if I could live aside from chocolate, I could have one thing forever, it'd be baklava.
Baklava's good.
So
dude.
good.
It's tasty. So yeah, man, my neighbors are hooking me up with the foods.
It's good community trade,
Yeah, that's fun, man. But now I'm figuring out what to do with the design for the throw deck is in. We can probably build it in 2 or 3 days. It's gonna be nice. But then like I've got to redo the beds. I'm gonna leave I'm gonna put another bed over there and leave it, and then I'm gonna turn both the beds next to the banana tree, I'm gonna turn both those into grapes. Because that other one, like that I just do experimental stuff in, it's so hit and miss. It's going to grapes. And I might put another one in, do grapes, install grapes.
Yeah. Someone making you stuffed grape leaves, I'd put all this motherfucker with grapes. Like,
yeah.
Come on, feed me.
Yeah. Grapes are good. But yeah, I'm gonna expand the gardens a bit. Throw deck's going in soon.
14 days, baby. Then we're out.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask, yeah. Yeah, man.
14, 2 weeks.
14 days.
Then
run with the buffalo.
Yep. We've packed virtually everything. We have like furniture and clothes left. That's it. Like,
right on.
I can pack in 30 minutes and be out.
But you're a nomad at heart.
Oh yeah. I don't know why it's always been like fun and fascinating to me. It should be like, yeah, I could leave in like 10 minutes if I needed to. Like, I don't need this shit. Like,
I used to be like that, and then I'm comfortable now, man.
That's the thing. I've gotten like a couple things that are like super nice that I'm like, I want a place for these, and like I want them to be nice and stay nice, and like a couple things like that. Not a lot, obviously, but like things that I haven't given a fuck about before, and now I'm like, this is my thing, and I want to take care of it and have my domain to do so.
Getting domesticated now, buddy.
Yeah, well, it's just like I wasn't ever like proud of where I lived or anything. It was just
Yeah.
a place with a
Planted
roof,
roots.
you know, so
Yeah.
4 walls and a roof.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh shit, I like this place. I could have friends over if I wanted to. Like,
Yeah.
I could have people come over and like.
Yeah. No, that's an interesting switch in life that you're hitting kind of early. Like, I don't know, maybe you're hitting it on time. I just hit it late.
I don't know, man.
Like, I've only recently started to feel that way since we moved into this house. But in the past couple of years, where I've really started to get it, like put my stamp on it. You know, I got the gym in place. The backyard is really bumping now. Like, it's starting to become my home.
That's like your spot.
Now it's my spot. Yeah. Like, now I'm happy about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've never felt like in an apartment or anything like, yeah, this is my fucking zone. It's like, yeah, this is a place. Like,
I got a bed. I sleep here occasionally.
Yeah, exactly. But like to this one, it already feels like it's fuck yeah, like yeah.
That's cool.
So
that's cool.
Very grateful for something simple like that.
Definitely, man.
Know? A place that I don't even have yet necessarily, but like
I know.
Mentally.
Make it live up to the imagination.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You just got to live up now. You've created it.
Exactly.
You don't want to have to mourn that version.
Yeah, you're right.
No.
But I think they finished the building and stuff. So like, that's the thing. It's a brand new building.
Oh, wow.
No one's lived in it prior. So like, freshly our space.
That's nice.
So again, yeah, another reason to like make it around. That's probably another reason I haven't felt at home, because I'm like, 10 billion people have lived here. No one gives a shit.
Yeah.
This is a brand new building. This is brand new shit, you know? That's the thing. I haven't had like nice shit like that, like nice apartments or anything. Like,
I don't know, dude. You should start just buying it all up.
Yeah.
And make it Cheney Towers.
Dude, I would.
I
would.
Well,
get some money. We'll see. I don't know.
Start somewhere. I'll be an investor. Cheney Towers.
Cheney Towers. On like that type of land. It's beautiful out there. Like, it's just so quiet too. Like,
quiet's nice, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't help but like connect any type of like country training facility to Foxcatcher, to be like, someone's gonna get shot. Like,
damn it, it's gonna get
really ruin that fantasy for me.
That's funny.
Because like everything about that, like training wise, was so like serene and perfect, and then it just got ruined by some dramatic bullshit.
Oh, well, there you go. That's the thing, man. Someone didn't keep the drama on television. God damn it.
Brought it into the real world.
Brought it into the real world and then messed it all up.
Killed one of the best American wrestlers ever.
Truth. Jealousy is an evil beast, man. I tell you.
And cocaine.
And cocaine.
He did a lot of cocaine.
Cocaine will do it too. Yeah. Boy.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. It is indeed. But damn, the breeze is nice today. It's so humid all week.
Yeah, it smells good.
It's not bad.
Shade. This is the spot in the morning, man, because it's just shady.
Yeah.
Now, if we go over to where the throw deck will be, it's hot as balls. But
again, let's go back to the beginning.
Spot. Yeah.
You want the train in the heat.
Yep. Now, the only thing though is the with the sun, training in the heat, but training on the heat,
right,
is not necessarily something I want.
Different story. Getting thrown into lava.
The lava mat is not a.
You get one of those like retractable awnings or something, and it like zips out. Or
strongly thinking about it.
That'd be cool.
We'll see what happens.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, remember I do have a wife,
right,
who has much, I don't know, better taste than me sometimes. I don't know. I wouldn't say better. She can't match colors for shit, but she's the limiting factor here as far as like I would turn that what I want to do over there versus what can happen.
Yeah.
Or like,
there's a compromise in there.
She brings reality to the game.
Yeah.
And that's the compromise. It's not that like do this, do that. It's
this is what will actually happen.
That's not possible or affordable.
Yeah.
Let me give you some numbers. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, just gets you in the realm of what's happening.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm the imagination guy. She actually brings it into reality.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a good balance.
It's just really funny.
Brooke sort of does the same in terms of like, I'll do it as simply efficient and as direct as possible, and she'll put detail to it.
Yeah.
I'll put like bare bones to it, like this is functional, this is what I got.
Yeah.
And she'll put something nice to it, you know?
Yeah.
That's part of the female touch, you know? It's brilliant.
I don't know, 2-point female. My wife isn't typically female in any way, but she will, and this is really weird, she will encourage me to spend money. All right, so
Brooke does the same.
But like, I'm the type of person that I would just build it myself and it'll be cheap but functional.
Yeah.
But she's like, you could literally spend twice as much money, which still isn't that much, and get this really nice thing.
And then it can be like a treat
And
for
then it
you.
can be like,
and
like last and be real. And
right.
like, when I got those
Just some
plyo
shit.
boxes, like I wasn't gonna do it because it was $400 shipping and handling, even though the plyo boxes were $3.75 a piece, $3.75 a piece. And I was like,
That's insane.
honey, convince me to buy this. This is amazing. And she looked at it and she goes, how many are you getting? And I kind of gave, I should have gotten 2 12s. I keep thinking about that. And I only got one 12-inch. And I'm like, but I gave her the layout and she's like, it's $420. Do it, dude. Just do it. Like, that's amazing.
Particularly
one
with
of those forever.
Original prices, like
Yeah.
the original price of something like that. Like,
yeah.
how
And
could
so
you
like,
not?
she made me get it. Like, basically, she's like, no, you're buying that. You're going to regret that the rest of your life if you don't. That's amazing. And I use them all the time.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's the funny balance. So I'm going to see how Mr. Miyagi I can get that corner.
Yeah.
Like, I might redo the siding on the house over there.
You'll find it.
But maybe.
Something to it, man. Something there.
But
I mean, that's even if you make it like multifaceted to make it function around that too. Like,
it's all on the cell, man. You know, since we've been planning that trip to Japan, which I don't know when's gonna happen now. You know, family's got real obsessed with Japanese stuff, which is cool because, like, my wife now makes Japanese food all the time because she's a very picky eater, and now she's expanded her palate like considerably.
Japanese,
which is very cool, right? But she's all like into that sort of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So from a design standpoint, I can be like, this could be the Japanese corner of the home, and maybe, just maybe we can work it. I'll see what I can do. But I'm
push deeper into that.
I'm going fantasy land.
yeah.
This backyard, like, it's gonna be fantasy land. That's that's just what I'm trying to do.
I guess like people's houses. A lot of people's houses don't like reflect home or comfort or like functionality either. They don't function. They have like nice furniture in the nice room up front, or like you don't go in that room, or like the dining room, you don't go. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's your idea of function is I'm with that. Like, what do you need to function for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you can also have fun and be like, well, how many functions can I make this have? Like, this could be a patio, a throw deck, a thing, like a dance fucking studio, whatever. Like,
which it'll be all those things.
Do all the shit
once it goes in, for sure.
That's the thing. It's like, how can you utilize space?
Yeah, and to just do it and be like, I live here and it's my spot.
Yeah.
And
like, I don't have to leave if I don't wanna.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so that's an interesting way to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's cool.
But
it's very cool.
The plans are in, man. Coffee was good today, bro.
It was good.
Yeah, Four Hands Roastery in Lancaster, baby.
Get that local
stuff. It's the best.
Where'd you pick that one up? You order it?
Send it to us.
Yeah,
they asked us. They contacted us.
Can
we send you some stuff?
Get some people on the cast from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got to have them on the cast.
I really like listening to like roasteries just talk about coffee, some of the inner, inside baseball shit. Like,
it's fun.
Super cool.
Yeah. I'm talking to a dude right now in Australia, fight dietitian, who I think is like Dan Hooker's dietitian and stuff. Cool guy, but he just realized I'm from the States. I kind of had forgotten to mention it, so I asked him to be on the podcast. And I was like, what time zone you in, mate? And he's like, I think he was in like Aussie East. Yeah, it's like AU East. And I'm like, oh, damn. 10 a.m. here is 2 a.m. there the next day. They're like 14 hours ahead. He's like, oh, you in the States, mate? I'm like, yes, I'm in Ohio. I'm waiting for him to get back to me on that. He's like, so I just bought something off of him. He has this cool, I don't know what all it entails, but it's for like at least just this poster of weight cutting. And it has like all the weight divisions. It has like, if you weigh this much, minimum calories you can take and live. and it has like all this stuff. I'll show it to you.
That's sweet.
It's really, really good. And he has a podcast. It's freaking awesome. It's super informative, like really well done. And I was just like, shit, I'm just gonna talk to him.
That's the nice thing with like Instagram and stuff, is that you can reach out to people.
That's been the beauty of Instagram, man. But yeah, that's gonna be super cool. But I'll show you the poster. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Very, very useful. And yeah, I like his thoughts on like weight cutting and percentage of body weight and how he approaches it, and just the people that he's had on so far this season in his podcast. It's all about just diet and weight. It's like a themed season. It's been really neat.
That's badass.
Yeah, so yeah, that's cool.
Weight sports.
We're gonna figure
They're
that out.
fun.
That is something people just don't understand, man. When your weight matters, like ball sports, people just don't get it because they think, oh, I don't want to be like too heavy or too light for my sport. And they're like, what about for your division?
Yep.
What's your reach? Can you use it?
Yeah.
Or do you have to go down because you're
so many other tools?
Before we're done, I got to tell this story about Stephen Landon. So he's a heavyweight. He's kind of a short heavyweight though, right? And he said once, sometime in the early 2000s, he was on national team. I don't know if he was. I think one coach was like, "You got to go down to middleweight." He's like, "Why?" He's like, "Because it'll be a cold day in hell before you medal at heavyweight." And he's like, "The day I made the Olympic team was down in the town was basically translates to hot water Mexico." He's like, it snowed. It snowed for the first time in 63 years in hot water Mexico. He was like, I'm making the Olympic team today, motherfucker.
He's like, today.
And he was like, it was the greatest thing ever.
That's
like,
fucking awesome.
And he went and made it because it was a cold day in hell.
Holy shit.
It was so cool.
Like, what more of a sign is there for it?
No, it's like, that's perfection.
Like,
yeah.
You walk outside, you're there, it's snowing. I would just.
It's like, yep.
Game time, baby.
Conquer the world today. Yeah, and he did it. That's when he made the Olympics. Yeah.
That's insane. That's a funny story.
It's a great, nice. But he was talking about how, like,
enjoyable.
Weight divisions aren't necessarily the end all be all.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you can be short and still be successful.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Taekwondo, I don't know, but like Jiu Jitsu for sure. I mean, you can definitely.
Jiu Jitsu for sure.
Different story.
Taekwondo is
heavyweight's different, but like.
Ideally, it's a different beast. Like me, I'm a perfect flyweight. I'm a 25er.
What would I be?
I'm an average, height-wise, I'm an average bantamweight. As far as internationally goes, US, I'm awesome.
Yeah.
I'm fucking huge and amazing. But, like, perfect body type. You're featherweight at best.
Yeah.
Oh.
Heavyweight, dude.
Yeah, but, like, ain't
I get kicked once, I die.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I used to train with heavyweights. You can learn. Yeah, but then you take a dude like Tony Graff, who's not much taller than you, and he's medaled in literally every weight division.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was a badass heavyweight. He knocked the shit out of people. They just get flexible, keep people in face. But he was a bad motherfucker, and he was short. It's just, learn how to use what you got.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Use your strengths, use your advantages.
Mm-hmm. Everything's a strength if you know how to use it.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, people don't take the time to like figure out like how to make it into something functional. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do that. Succeed.
Yes.
All right, that's probably about time, man.
We about done.
Yeah. Cool. Head out and teach soon.
Oh yeah.
All right, y'all. Keep your coffee regular.
Peace in, everybody.